Yo, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to talk about the finalists for the NBA awards. They just came out yesterday, so we're going to do our reactions and pick kind of our favorites, who we think should win. Let's start off with MVP. Let's get straight into it. The nominees are Luka Doncic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Nikola Jokic.
So you guys know how I feel about this. No, Luka definitely had the best statistical season, and the Mavs ended up winning 50 games, which is only 7 less than the first seed to the third seed. But I'm pretty sure that Jokic is going to win it. He has the reputation of the best player in the world. He did have a fantastical season, just typical Jokic stuff. Recently, there has been a movement for Shai, and I get it. He did end up as the first seed because of the tiebreak and all of that. What I don't like about it, though, I don't like that people are saying that Shai carried this team from the 10th seed to the first seed. Shai had a very similar season last year. You can put up the stats up on the screen. Yes, he probably did play better this year overall, but it's mainly that the teams just got better. Shai got added. Shai was a number 1 pick, not number 2 pick. Shai was number 2 pick. He had a great season for a rookie. Jalen Williams got better. The team overall, the role players. Like, you can't have pretty much the same year stats-wise and then say that you carried them. Yes, all power to him. He is the best player on the number 1 seed again in the West. That's to be given a lot of credit. But even with Kyrie being on the team, I just believe that Luka is way more valuable because of everything that he does. He's the hub of the Mavs. Even sometimes Kyrie seems like a role player. He just seems like the best role player on the court. And that is no disrespect to Kyrie, but it just kind of shows you that Luka still has the ball in his hands like most of the time.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I would also have to pick Luka, bro. You guys know I'm not a big Luka fan at all. But I think this season, what he's been able to do with the Mavericks, the way, obviously he led the NBA in scoring. I think his defense has improved. I think the team has improved a lot. And so I just got to give him a lot of credit. Jokic is probably going to win. Honestly, I'm a bit shocked by this. I think he's just winning on some, the Nuggets are the best team, and he's the best player in that team, and he's the best player in the world, because I don't think he's done anything that special this season for him to win it. But I do think in general he will win it.
Let's move on to the DPOY.
Yeah, the finalists are going to be Bam Adebayo, Rudy Gobert, and Victor Wembanyama. This one's a bit of a shocker to me, I would say. Obviously, look, I got to give a huge shout-out to Victor while being top 3 as a rookie. He's probably going to end up number 2.
Yeah, most
so
likely.
I got to give him a lot of credit for that. And the other surprise for me was Bam Adebayo. I feel like we haven't really heard that much news. I'm not saying anything about Bam. You guys know how I feel about him as a defender and as a player. But I was a bit shocked because I just feel like we haven't heard about it.
I definitely expected Anthony Davis.
And I do think he should be there. I do think he's been the best defender this year. Obviously, I know that it's obvious that Rudy Gobert is going to win because of the impact that he's had with the Timberwolves. Obviously, the number 1 defense. My thoughts on that, and maybe we can make a whole video about that because I do have a lot of thoughts. It's kind of like what DeMarcus Cousins says. If you guys have seen what DeMarcus said about Rudy Gobert, totally get that. I think he has a lot of good defenders around him, which makes it easier to play defense. He is great. That's not to take anything away from him, but I don't know if he's four-time DPOY grade.
Yeah, definitely not, in my opinion. I do gotta give him a lot of credit because this felt like a big bounce back season from him. Last year, all the talk was about the awkwardness. Was Rudy Gobert worth the trade? But the Timberwolves were the 3rd seed this year, and he was a big part of that. Bam, it's funny because I actually believe that Bam's better defender than Rudy Gobert. I think that the way he's able to move in the perimeter is amazing. So I'm not mad about it. It's just more about, like Ala was saying, that he was not in the conversation. If anything, I heard names like Jared Allen all year. And then for him to pull up. And Anthony Davis, bro, I don't care what record the Lakers had. I don't care the defensive rating. Nobody had more of an impact of defense than Anthony Davis. That team was horrible. Everybody around him was eating a clock on defense.
I genuinely think he's the best defender in the NBA.
100%. So I think arguably the top 2 are him and Bam.
Yeah, I get you. Next, let's move on to Rookie of the Year. Here we got Chet Holmgren, Brandon Miller, and Victor Wembanyama. This one, again,
there's no conversation.
There's no conversation. It's going to be Victor, man. What he's been able to do this season. He's had one of, if not maybe the greatest rookie season of all time. He's been that special. Shout out to Brandon Miller, man. A lot of people were
hating on him,
super negative on him, including us. At first we hated on him a little bit. I'm not, we're not gonna lie here.
I just did it on him.
Yeah, and then, but I do gotta give him credit. He's looked great at the second half of the season.
And we do gotta give credit to Chet. Absolutely. Just because he's not gonna win it doesn't mean that he didn't have an amazing year. Him and Shai are gonna be a duo for years to come.
Definitely. Honestly, the last thing I want to say about Chet, bro. A lot of people say, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he's been able to lead the Thunder all the way to the 1st seed, but man, the team is the same. The only difference is Chet. I give damn near most of that value to Chet, especially because of the impact that he's done defensively to the team. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander led the NBA in steals. See, having Chet in the back allows Shai Gilgeous-Alexander allows a Lu Dort to be more aggressive on defense 100%. Because they know that they get by you. You got Chet in the back, so I personally give Chet a lot of credit. And we got the most improved player, We got Tyrese Maxey, Alperen Sengun, and Kobe White. I think this one is also. I don't know because Kobe White has gotten some love.
Yeah, Kobe White has gotten a lot of love. I do gotta give it to Tyrese Maxey just because Tyrese Maxey. We made a top 10 shooting guard season last year, and we said that we thought some people overrated him. But while we were completely wrong, he has crushed every single expectation we could have for him. Multiple 50-point games, even when B was out. Yeah, the Sixers lost a lot of games, but he was able to keep them afloat. Which if you would have told me that Tyrese Maxey as the best player was gonna keep the Sixers afloat, I would have told you hell no.
Hell yeah.
And the other player, Sengun, amazing player, underrated player. Actually, sucks that he got injured towards the end of the year.
I feel like his progression has been more gradual, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. He's just there because, like, I guess finally they realized that he was good. But even last year, we were like, yo, keep an eye on him, keep an eye on him. Yeah. And with Jalen Green getting better towards the end of the season, maybe the Rockets have something cooking up there. And Kobe White.
No, you and I in particular. I've texted you multiple times this year. Like, wow, I got to give a lot of credit to Kobe White, man. He's been phenomenal.
The only basketball for the Bulls.
Yeah. And he really has been that good this season, man. I gotta give him a lot of credit. Now let's move on to the 6th man of the year. You got Malik Monk, Bobby Portis, and fan favorite Nas Reed. What do you say about that? To me is pretty simple.
Yeah, I would say Malik Monk. He did get injured towards the end of the season, but the season he was having he was like the third most important Kings player. It feels like the Kings, unfortunately for them, got knocked out of the play-in, and I don't know what would have happened if he was there. I think if he was there, they actually would have said at least a 7th or 8th seed. They really got unlucky towards the end of the season there. Nas Reed, I do gotta give him some love.
First quarter
assassin, bro. Like I know we make that joke, but it really is good to have somebody that at the beginning of the game that is so easy to have a slow start that can come in and score like 10 points out of nowhere. And Bobby Portis, that
he's been in this conversation for a few years now. He's one of the best 6 men in our league, and just his ability to score and kind of give the Bucks a different look is super underrated. But I don't know if he's ever good enough to win it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's always gonna be right there. I will say that it feels like when Giannis doesn't play, him and Lillard have like a good thing going on. Like he played good yesterday with Lillard.
Moving on to one of the ones that honestly we least care about. I'm sleeping on that is the clutch player of the year. Stephen Curry, DeMar DeRozan, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
I feel like they're gonna give it to Curry.
I think they're gonna give it to Curry. I think they would love to give it to Curry.
He probably did deserve it.
I think to me it was DeMar.
Dude, DeMar is one of the closest players. Like,
funny because he has to be ass in the playoffs.
Yeah, but in the regular season he has like 3 game winners a year. Yeah. And Shai's just not gonna get it, so it's between DeMar and Curry, and they're just gonna glaze Curry at the end of the day. But you know what? Both of these people are home. Thank God.
Next, you got Coach of the Year finalists. I actually love this list. I think this is great. It's Mark Daigneault, Chris Finch, and Jamal Mosley. All 3 of them are extremely deserving. Got to give you huge props to Jamal Mosley. He was known as more of a player development coach, and he's been able to lead the Magic to the playoffs. Chris Finch, again, this is a guy that his players love him. This is a very smart guy. You know, he actually trained in Europe for a few years, and he's brought a lot of 3-point shooting and an analytical side to basketball that has really helped him, and especially Anthony Edwards prosper. Mark Daigneault, guys, one of the best coaches in the NBA, one of the best minds. Most likely the winner. I got to give him a lot of credit. This is one of the best minds that we have in our sport, and I definitely do think he deserves it.
LeBron and Redick were talking super good about him on their podcast.
They've just been talking really good about him for now.
And I kind of feel like he can have an Eric Spoelstra type of growth. Eric Spoelstra started young, and bro, this guy's young as hell. Like he's younger than LeBron. I think this Thunder team, they really can grow together, even with the coach. So you have so many young players. The vibe there are amazing. So watch out for them in the next few years. I think that he is gonna win it, but I gotta give a lot of credit to the Magic coach. Team that hasn't made the playoffs is Dwight Howard. I'm tweaking out. A team that
made the playoffs for years.
I gotta give the Magic a lot of credit. They're able to get back into the playoffs with their young players, and the Timberwolves, the bounce back from last year has been amazing. So all deserving, but I do think it's gonna go to the Thunder's coach, Mark.
Killing me with that, Mark. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let us know your picks down in the comments below.
Let us know what you guys think of our picks. Was anybody snubbed out? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys liked the video.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.